So in our previous class, we have discussed about the amorphous allotropes of carbon. Okay, amorphous allotropes of carbon. So in this one, we discussed about the coke, okay, which is obtained by the fractional distillation. Is it a fractional distillation or destructive distillation?
Destructive
Destructive
distillation.
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 Okay, destructive distillation. Destructive distillation of coal. Okay, so basically what is happening is coal has a lot of impurities which can be converted to coke, which is almost 98% pure carbon, and this process is done by this destructive distillation, which is in the absence of oxygen. As a byproduct, there are the different things are released, which include the coal tar, coal gas, ammonical liquor. Okay, so whereas this coal tar is, earlier it was used in the making of the road, okay, that black color roads that we are seeing, in that one as a binder, the coal tar was used. A close brother of this one is a bitumen, okay. The coal gas is nothing but when the coke is when this process is going on, conversion of coal to coke, and when the coke is also hot, they are passing some kind of steam over that one. Okay, so that one is rich in the carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So earlier when electricity was not discovered and all those things, then for street lamp these kind of gas was used to light up the street lamp. Ammonical liquor is nothing but ammonia that is coming from this, okay, that is in dissolved in water. So in this way there are the different byproducts of the coal. There are the two important things here, that is in the uses of coke, it is for the production of the water gas. Okay, water gas, which is nothing but a combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. It is a highly combustible and it is a dangerous gas because carbon dioxide can cause the poisoning, breathing. If you breathe in a lot of carbon dioxide, the person can die. Okay, the other one is the producer gas. Okay, both of these are quite combustible gases. Okay, both of them are used either in the steel and iron industries. Okay, so in this way we have seen all of these things in our previous class. Today we will be moving to the another allotropic form of carbon, which is the soot or lamp black. Okay, soot or lamp black. Okay, the most common version that all of us are familiar one is the kajal. Okay, so how it is made, the liquid form of which is rich in carbon. Okay, for example, kerosene oil, benzene, turpentine oil, all of these are rich in the carbon. Okay, they are organic substances, and when we burn them, so for example, you all know that, earlier most of you may be knowing that for the making of this kajal, they used to burn a oil lamp. Okay, and collect that black color one either here or on a chimney or something will be there on the top, and here you can collect that. Okay, so that one is nothing but whatever the unburnt carbon is there, okay, that gets deposited. Okay, that is known as the lamp black or the soot. Okay, sometimes it may have very small crystals of graphite. Okay, so do you think this kind of carbon will be a good conductor of heat and electricity?
No, sir.
It
No,
will not be.
sir.
Okay, because you see, elemental carbon, whether it is a good conductor or bad conductor of heat and electricity. Elemental carbon is a metal or non-metal?
Non-metal.
It is a non-metal, and all of us know that non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, here only exception we are seeing in the allotrope of carbon which can conduct electricity is graphite. Okay, that is because of its molecular arrangement. Okay, other than that, wherever you are seeing all other allotropes of carbon, okay, under the normal conditions, okay, normal conditions, they will be poor conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, so this soot or lamp black is also used in a various like in making printing ink, typewriter ribbon, black paint, varnishes, okay, rubber and leather products for bringing that black color. Okay, in this way it is being used for different purposes. The next important one is charcoal. Okay, so one is coal and other is charcoal. Okay, so what is the difference? Coal is obtained from the nature, right, by mining. Charcoal can be manufactured. So there are the different types of charcoal that can be obtained by from wood, bone, or sugar. Okay, if the charcoal is obtained from wood, it is wood charcoal. From bone charcoal, and sugar is the sugar charcoal. So basically, what is the meaning of this char means
To burn.
to burn. It's charred. Okay, it's charred beyond recognition. It's totally become black. We cannot make out what it is. So wood, for example, if it is burnt in the absence of oxygen, then what happens? We will get the wood charcoal. Okay, wood charcoal. Now this wood charcoal is a very useful substance. So basically, if you just take a piece of wood charcoal and put it, on water, it will basically float on water. It will not settle. It will float on water. So what has happened? When we burn the wood is also having a lot of water content, right? It also has a lot of moisture and water content. All of that is gone. Most of the volatile material is gone. So what happens is wood charcoal is a highly porous substance. Porous, lot of fine holes and gaps are there inside. And by the process of adsorption, okay, here you have to give importance to the alphabet D. It is not absorption, it is adsorption. Okay, the sponge will absorb the water. Okay, but here I am telling adsorption. Adsorption means what? How it is different from absorption? So basically what happens is, to adsorb is a physical surface phenomena. Okay, surface phenomena. So what will happen is, gases or certain liquid which are having the impurities, those impurities in the liquids, they may simply physically interact with a certain surface. Okay, and they are not kind of totally bound to it. So what happens is, this wood charcoal can absorb gases. Okay, so for example, you will see that some of the gas masks are there. Okay, gas mask. So when the soldiers are going for battle, or sometimes or sometimes when there is a very violent crowd, then tear gas is used. So the police personnel or whatever the CRPF other people are there, then they will use a certain kind of mask, okay, which is known as the gas mask. So this gas mask has this substance that is nothing but simple wood charcoal. Okay, wood charcoal powder will be there, fine powder. Okay, that is enclosed in properly, so that we don't inhale that powder itself. Okay, so this wood charcoal is so highly porous, it can absorb all these gases. Okay, so that is adsorption. Similarly, in the case of for example, in the preparation of sugar, okay, sugar from sugarcane juice, the sugarcane juice will have a lot of impurities, and it's not so transparent. It has some other impurities. To remove those impurities, very cheap and easily available material is wood charcoal. Okay, for example, if you take a beaker, okay, and if you put some drops of some dye, some saffron dye, or your own that ink pen, we have the dye, right? Blue color ink or red color ink. Just put a few drops of that one, and then if you add this wood charcoal into it, okay, you will see in less than 1 minute that wood charcoal, it will just soak up all that dye, and that water becomes very clear, very clear. So what has happened is this wood charcoal has absorbed all that dye. Okay, it has a huge surface area, very porous material, finely ground. It will absorb all that material. Okay, so these are like some uses of common uses of wood charcoal. Okay, wood charcoal is also used in this RO water. Okay, at home we most of us have this RO system or something, right? So there are different cartridges. Okay, so it is a multi-process system. Okay, here water will come from here, the water will go into the next cartridge, and then from the next cartridge. So generally, okay, either the first or second cartridge will have the wood charcoal. Okay,
Sir,
the
I have a doubt.
yeah.
Then, as you told, this wood charcoal is used in RO and that the purifier, in water purifier.
Yeah,
So there is no harm.
no harm. It is because this wood charcoal is made from nothing but wood, and that too it is burnt in the absence of oxygen. So most of the impurities or any chemical substances that may be there, they are become volatile and they are removed. Okay, so what is left here? It is a more or less very good pure form of carbon. Okay, it is not extremely pure. Okay, like we will be seeing this sugar charcoal is extremely pure. Okay, compared to that, wood charcoal is not so pure, but it is good enough, no problem for if it goes into our body or sometimes. In fact, I will tell you, in the olden days, people used this wood charcoal to brush their teeth. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then even in the case of if you eat something and the stomach is upset or something, even today in Indian and Chinese traditional medicine, they consume a little bit of this wood charcoal powder. So what it will do is it will just absorb all that extra undigested toxins or anything are there, it will absorb. Okay, so that's how it will work.
So one question I want to ask. Can
It's
I
not
ask?
having any problem. Okay, so next one.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, in RO systems, purification of water with the help of charcoal, is it this what we call carbon filtration?
Yeah.
And which part of?
I'm sorry, I think your voice got cut off a little bit. I was not able to get. What is that? Last part of it?
Sir, I was asking that is the process of filtration of water through charcoal what we call carbon filtration? And if it is so, then it is a part of which system of purification?
This is a simple process by which we are absorbing the impurities. Okay, so it is a simple physical process. It is not a chemical process. It is a physical process of adsorption in which any dyes. Okay, because sometimes the water that we are getting, it may be a little bit colored. Okay, even there may be some kind of foul taste may be there. Okay, some kind of smells may be there. All of these will be absorbed by this wood charcoal. Okay, that is the very good part of this wood charcoal. Wood charcoal will act like a sponge. Okay, but it is not absorbing, it is adsorbing. Okay, that is the thing. So it is one of the most primitive things known to humans. Yeah.
Sir, like we can say that carbon is used in our day-to-day life. So, is carbon used in vehicles also, like motor bikes and cars?
Yeah, it can these kind of cartridges of these kind of charcoal ones, these cartridges can also be used in certain vehicles, okay, to absorb that exhaust. Okay, for example, that lead
Okay,
and
sir.
all those will be coming from that exhaust, to reduce the effect of that exhaust also it can be used. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Can
so
I ask one
yeah.
question? Charcoal is a good conductor of electricity or not?
Charcoal will not be good conductor, right? Charcoal cannot be a good conductor of electricity, or it can be good conductor.
Sir, it cannot be.
Okay. If you think that it can be good conductor, you can tell me why you think it can be good conductor. Because
Sir,
just
I
now
am
we discussed the that any allotrope you take, carbon. Okay. So for it to be a good conductor of electricity, what it has to be, it should have the free electrons. No, now in the molecular formula of graphite only it is possible to have that free electron. Okay, but in the elemental state wherever carbon is there, there is no free. Okay, they are not free. So therefore what happens is that there will be no conduction. It's a non-metal, we say it is a non-metal. So properties of the non-metals, the bad conductor of electricity, bad conductor of heat. Okay, so wood charcoal is like that. So only one allotrope of carbon, that is graphite, can conduct the electricity. Next,
And sir,
yeah,
sir, what about fluorescence?
sorry.
Sir, what about fluorescence? Can it also conduct electricity?
Sir, I think she is talking about fullerenes.
Okay, fullerenes. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, this fullerenes are special material, and conduction of electricity is like good conductor, bad conductor. But some of them can be conductors under certain conditions, but other times they will be bad conductor. Okay, so then comes the concept of being a semiconductor. Okay, so we will not go too much into it, but basically they are bad conductors of electricity, but there can be certain conditions by which you can convert them into a conductor, so therefore it can act like a semiconductor. Okay, so this kind of applications are possible. Okay, we'll not go into that one.
Okay, sir.
Let's move on to the next. That is the uh, wood charcoal has a different applications. If we burn, because it is carbon only, right? Carbon in the presence of sufficient amount of oxygen will give rise to carbon dioxide, and if it is the insufficient amount of oxygen, okay, then it is going to give rise to the carbon monoxide. Okay, this is the very simple equation. Then further a few reactions and applications that can be done with the wood charcoal. Okay, carbon can react with sulfur. Okay, to form carbon disulfide. This carbon disulfide can be a solvent, which can be very good solvent for different organic solvents also. Next one is a carbon reacting with hydrogen. Okay, so if carbon reacts with hydrogen, it can form methane gas. Okay, methane gas. So methane gas is a combustible gas. Yeah, what we are getting from biogas, gobar gas, all of these are the methane. Okay, methane gas. Next, it is a good reducing agent. Okay, it is a good reducing agent. So what it will do, it will take up this oxygen, right? It is removing the oxygen itself, it is getting oxidized. So zinc and carbon monoxide, so therefore it is itself getting oxidized, it is a reducing agent. Okay, so whatever the naturally occurring oxides of metals are there, no, by mining we are getting, if we want to convert them into their metallic form, we can treat it with the wood charcoal, heat it with wood charcoal. Okay, because coke can also can be expensive sometimes. If this is available in more quantity, people can use this one. Next is water. Okay, that is nothing but steam here, is reacting at high temperatures, okay, with the carbon, then what we get is the water gas. Okay, as I told earlier, water gas was used for lighting up the street lamps. Okay, when this was electricity was not invented or discovered. Okay, so here carbon dioxide can be reduced to carbon monoxide by using the wood charcoal. Okay, this is a more oxidized form. Carbon monoxide is the less oxidized form. Okay, next, calcium oxide, just like this zinc oxide, calcium oxide can react with the carbon to form the calcium carbide. Okay, calcium carbide. Okay, calcium carbide, carbide, you have been hearing. Where did you hear about carbide? Have you seen?
Used in the ripening of unripened
Used in the ripening
fruits.
of food, because many times in papers also used to come. Okay, some people are using carbide for ripening of the fruits. It can be dangerous for health and so on. So this is nothing but the same. So what happens is this calcium carbide reacts with water to form the ethylene gas. Okay, that ethylene gas causes the ripening of the fruit. But this calcium carbide by itself is very toxic. Okay, so if the traces of calcium carbide remain there, that can have very bad health effects. Okay, ethylene gas that will react on reaction of the calcium carbide with water, that is a natural gas. There's no problem with that one. All ripe fruits will have that ethylene gas will be produced. Okay, similarly, silicon dioxide reacts with the carbon, okay, to form the silicon carbide plus 2CO. Okay, silicon carbide, the silicon carbide is a very strong substance. Okay, just like a diamond, very strong substance. So it is a poor man's diamond who want to use it for the purpose of some industrial purposes or something, for cutting purposes. So it is a very strong material, drilling and all those purposes. People can use this silicon carbide.
Sir,
Yeah.
through silicon carbide, can we cut glasses? What
Yes,
property have all
definitely
them?
we can cut glass with silicon carbide. Okay.
It means silicon carbide have all the properties of diamond because it is the hardest, as you said that.
It is not like all properties of diamond, no, because diamond is a pure form of carbon. But here you can see the formula says silicon and carbon. It is a compound, okay, mixture of both the silicon and carbon. Okay, so this property wise, hardness wise, they are quite good. Both of them are comparable hardness wise. But if you look at the other properties of diamond, okay, the characteristic light pattern, the molecular structure, all those things are definitely different. Okay, next, charcoal reduces the concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric oxide, also carbon. Okay, that is the wood charcoal can react with the concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so that this will become, carbon will become carbon dioxide. Okay, water vapor will be released, and this sulfur, okay, will be released in the form of sulfur dioxide. Okay, so what is basically happening here to the sulfur? Is it getting oxidized or reduced?
So oxidized.
It is getting oxidized.
Yes, sir.
So how can you tell that
It
one?
is getting reduced.
Yes, you see, you just you have two ways of looking at it. Sulfur was earlier bound with 4 oxygen atoms. Now it is with only 2 oxygen atoms, or more than 2 oxygen atoms.
Two oxygen atoms, sir.
Two
Oxygen
or
atoms.
four?
The two.
Two only. Huh? Oh, don't confuse that. Okay. So here, sulfur by itself is bound to 2 oxygen atoms. This two only means that there are two molecules of sulfur dioxide. Okay. So here in H2SO4, sulfur was earlier bound to 4 oxygen atoms, but now only with 2 oxygen atoms, it has lost the oxygens. So we can say it is reduced. Here it was bound to 2 hydrogen atoms. Now it is not having that hydrogen atoms. It has lost the hydrogens. So what we can say that it is? Loss of hydrogen is?
Oxidation.
Yes, loss of hydrogen is oxidation. Correct.
Oxidation.
Oxidation. Correct. Now comes the confusion. If you go by the classical definition of oxidation and reduction, then you can never make up your mind this is undergoing oxidation or reduction. Correct. So then what you have to apply? You have to find out what is the oxidation state of the sulfur here and what is the oxidation state of sulfur here. Okay, and then you compare whether there is a increase or decrease in the oxidation state. From that only you can tell that it is oxidized or reduced. Maybe you try yourself. Okay, you try yourself at home once. It is very easy. Okay, find out the oxidation state of sulfur here, and then you can tell. Similarly, carbon reacts with HNO3, that is a nitric acid. Okay, carbon here is acting as what kind of agent? Reducing agent, because what carbon is becoming, it is getting oxidized into carbon dioxide. Okay, same here also, water is released and nitrogen dioxide gas. Okay, nitrogen dioxide gas. So NO2 will be able to see as the brown fumes. Okay, so these are some of the reactions reducing properties of wood charcoal. Okay, because wood charcoal is not very difficult to make. Okay, it has innumerable applications. Too many applications are there. Okay, so some of the uses that are other things are given: purification of water, sugar syrup, gunpowder. Okay, respirators for the poisonous gases. Okay, all of this we have discussed. Okay, so this part is clear. Can we move on to the next one? Animal or bone charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, animal or bone charcoal is also charcoal. Okay, but it is obtained from what source? Animal bone. Okay, so uh, when we are charring the bone, okay, just like wood, we are charring it. So what remains? Okay, that is called the bone charcoal. So bone charcoal in fact is not used that much except sometimes in sugar industries, particularly in making of the sugar. So whatever sugar we are having at home, so generally they don't use the wood charcoal. What they use the bone charcoal. Okay, because what happens, wood charcoal is black in color. Okay, so though wood charcoal can remove that colors and everything, if there is a little bit leak also of that wood charcoal, then what will happen, your sugar will have the particles of that black wood charcoal. That is not desirable. Okay, but here what happens with bone charcoal? Is a bone charcoal white in color or black in color?
Black.
White, black, white or black.
So white and black.
Charred so many black.
Sir, it is charcoal, then I think charcoal will always be black.
Charcoal should always be black, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I think it is an interesting thought. Okay, you once you think about it. Okay, okay, animal or bone charcoal, whether it can be white or not. Okay, you just find out. Okay, so then it is also having the similar whatever uses are there with the wood charcoal. That is, it is used in the purification of organic compounds and all. But mainly it is used in the sugar industry. Okay, sugar industry, little bit of making colors and so on. Next is the sugar charcoal. Okay, sugar charcoal is the most purest form among the wood, bone. The sugar is the most purest form. Okay, so how it is produced? There is no like burning. Just directly take the sugar and what will do? Dehydrate using the concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so you will take the sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is an excellent dehydrating agent. Okay, dehydrating agent. So dehydrating agent means it is able to remove the water. So basically when we are heating in the absence of oxygen, what we are trying to do, we are trying to remove all that water content, make it very dry, get rid of all that volatile or whatever can be, those things we are doing. Same thing what we are doing with the concentrated chemical method H2SO4, we are removing that one without heating. So sugar itself, okay, here we are telling is this sugar is nothing but say glucose. Okay, so C6H12O6. Okay, so other than carbon, only hydrogen and oxygen are there. So if you are using concentrated sulfuric acid, you will be removing this water component, right? So what will be left is mainly the excellent pure quality of carbon will be left. Okay, but it is amorphous. It is not crystalline. It is amorphous. Okay, so this one is will be used for the preparation of the artificial diamonds. Okay, artificial diamonds. Okay, so just like gold, many people used to really break their heads. If I can make artificial diamonds, then I can be super rich. Okay, if I can artificially make gold, then I can be the most richest person in the world. Okay, so
Then
everyone.
how they can be rich by making artificial things?
Yeah, these artificial diamonds will mimic the original diamond, right? So if the property of the original diamond, basically you know very well that diamond is nothing but pure carbon. Here also you have pure carbon. So what you say in the, when we go to buy diamonds or something in the shop, they'll say this is American diamond, sir. This is the original diamond. So what do you mean by American diamond? Is this sugar charcoal diamond is the American. Yeah. So if you look at the
Yes.
properties, if you look at the property, if you look at the property of these diamonds, they will also have excellent clarity and cut and whatever the triple C, all those things are there. No, those properties it will have, but these are not naturally mined diamonds. They are prepared in the laboratory. Okay, so these are some of the things. We have how much time? I think we have already time is over. Okay.